Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and this is not Marvel Future Fight. This is King of Fighters All-Star, a game that came out just last week, so it's very new. It's also made by Netmarble, so you'll be familiar with the company and their sort of tactics and their update schedule and stuff like that. And it's something that I've been playing a lot of lately. It's got a similar playstyle to Marvel Future Fight, and I wanted to make just one video on it for the main channel to not only introduce you to the game in case this is something that you're interested in the King of Fighters franchise, which I honestly have zero prior experience with. You like fighting games in general, which I kind of do, or you just like these sort of ARPG style games with a control stick and buttons that you press, a la Marvel Future Fight, skills and auto attack type features. Additionally, I'm going to bundle this video introducing King of Fighters All-Stars, introducing you to something else. That's right, I've been busy at work creating. We got 300 rubies for reaching 300,000 followers. Pretty cool. The game is actually quite popular. It's already hit 5 million downloads in 7 days, so there was a reward for that. And there's a bunch of other rewards in games. We'll talk about that, but I wanted to first introduce you guys to the other part of this video, which is my second channel. And I'll pop it up right here. This is Cynicalex, and I would encourage you to go ahead and subscribe if you are interested in seeing videos that I do on anything that's not Marvel and Marvel Future Fight related. So I'm going to be doing stuff about anime, stuff about movies, stuff about television shows, sort of pop culture, general stuff like that. Possibly definitely Diablo 4, probably other mobile games as well. Probably not doing in-depth guides for one specific game, but keeping it more general, a bit more casual, still bringing you guys that information, that critical, that cynical perspective, but in a more digestible format where it's only, you know, 1 or 2 videos, a couple of videos here and there for a given game, rather than doing a deep dive into one particular game for literally thousands of videos, which is what we've done with the first channel with Marvel Future Fight. So don't worry in case you're thinking that the first channel, Cynicalex, is going anywhere. It's not. I'm still going to be doing 2 videos a day for Marvel Future Fight, but I wanted to show you guys I've been hard at work doing other things, and if you are interested in more than Marvel and Marvel Future Fight, feel free to subscribe. If you're not, that's okay. And as a bonus reward, if this channel hits 100,000 subscribers, I will cut my hair. So for all of you out there who think I look like a soy boy or a hippie, you have your goal in front of you, sir. Start making Google accounts and subscribing. So I'll keep you guys updated on that sort of here and there. I'm not going to, you know, constantly plug my second channel, but I wanted to throw it out there for people who are interested. Now, as far as the King of Fighters go, what can you expect from this game? Well, I want to just first jump into some gameplay right away. You'll see some things that seem familiar to you on the onset, but I want to just jump into a battle right... Oh, this is the story, excuse me. I want to jump into a battle right away so you guys can get a sense for what the game is like in terms of the playstyle. So we've got 3 sort of sub-quests here for this mission. We have to clear it within 3 minutes, or no, 4 minutes, 6, 12, 18, no, 3 minutes. We have to do a max combo of 30 or more, and we have to use the tag, so we have to switch characters. So it's got the similar sort of setup to Marvel Future Fight. You've got 3 characters. One character has a leadership ability. In this case, King is giving my team a leadership ability. And then we've got 2 additional characters that I can swap to in the top right-hand corner. And then we've got our auto attack for the character, and you can see it does, you know, nominal damage. You've got the general fighting game strategy where characters get hit and they can get knocked up, and you can take advantage of knockups to do additional combos or additional damage in the meantime. And then they've got things like Super Armor, which you'll be familiar with from Marvel Future Fight, where it essentially stops you, or it stops interruptions, and it allows you to get off certain attacks without being knocked up, without being kind of shrugged back. And then in addition to the 3 active skills that my character Kaio has, oh, we got a boss coming up. In addition to those attacks, you can build up a meter at the bottom, like most fighting games, to release your sort of ultimate attack. So it's, in a way, it's similar to the existing Tier 3 mechanic, but it's obviously much easier to obtain. It's not something that you need to grind for months to get. It's obviously not going to be as powerful as a Tier 3 ability as well. Some of them actually are probably really hard to obtain because you have to get them through cards, and we'll talk about that later. There's a few new systems in this game that are unfamiliar to Marvel Future Fighters, and then there's a lot of systems that are familiar to players, but it's got some cool SFX, it's got cool camera angles, it's got this sort of switching strategy. I just got clocked there. And sometimes the enemies can be pretty difficult. You can see this guy is not going down easy. He's not, you know, he's not by any means a pushover. and we're not even done the story. This is just a basic story mission. There's content that definitely gets harder. These are the premium currency that you get. These are rubies, which we would know as crystals in Marvel Future Fight, and you can actually grind up a lot of them. So I would say, from just a summary point of view, depending on the type of player that you are, I will give you some suggestions, give you some advice. If you're the type of player that, or if you're the type of gamer that has a lot of time and likes grindy games where you can earn a lot of rewards, I think this is a really good game. You can see there I have 2,766 rubies. I have spent money on this game, but it's easy to grind up a lot of currency just by playing the game. You can play through the story. There are, you can see here, 1, 2, 3, there's 6, I believe, 6 different chapters. No, 5 different chapters of the story split into 3 difficulties. So you have normal, hard at the bottom, and then expert. So you actually can play through the story 15 times, and each time you fully clear with all of the support missions, you fully clear a mission on normal, hard, or expert, you will get a certain number of rubies, which is the premium currency. So there actually was someone on the Reddit page for King of Fighters. Give me 1 second and I'll find it. So you can see here on this post, this person, Lord Kaito014, posted, "Done with the story quests, no more easy rubies for me." They got to rank 99, which I assume is the highest sort of character account rank. They have this character here, Mai, who is quite gifted visually. They completed 100% of the story, all of the mission progress for the quests, and they were able to grind up over 12,000 of the premium currency absolutely for free. So this is definitely the type of game that rewards players who can play a lot. It's definitely extremely grindy game. If you don't like grindy games, you may not like this game, and you can definitely get a lot of rewards out of it if you grind a lot. So it definitely has that. That's not in common with Marvel Future Fight, whereas Marvel Future Fight, it can be a grindy game in certain ways, like Shadowland up to 100 or whatever, but for the most part, it's a game that just has a few grindy modes, like Danger Room, GBR, maybe World Boss, and then other things you can sort of just do rapidly. This game does have the clear ticket system, so you can definitely do things rapidly. Let's say I want to go to the power-up dungeon and I need to get XP chips, or in this case, it's these XP capsules. I can go in and I've completed the expert mode, and I can just auto clear ticket this using my energy, which is called AP. I have 1,000 there, and I can get XP for my characters, and I can get these, you know, additional capsules that I can use to sort of fast track my character's XP by 12,000. It definitely has that feature, but it's also an extremely grindy game. You've got 5 different stories. Each story has, you know, 8 to 12 chapters, and then you can play that over 3 times. So it definitely does have that. In addition, this is also a gacha game. This is a game where you can earn certain characters through, you know, regular grinding means. There are characters available if you just play the game a lot, but there are also characters that are available exclusively, or in a lot of ways much more easily, via the shop. So you can see here in this, you have the summon thing, and you can go ahead and spend your rubies that you earn to obtain characters. There are some ways that you can use sort of selectors, and the selectors will allow you to choose specific characters or specific cards. So they do have sort of a ticket system like Marvel Future Fight has with Tier 2 tickets and Mega Tier 2 tickets, but there is also a pretty heavy emphasis on gacha. So if you are the type of player that has a lot of money to spend and doesn't have very good self-control, you may want to stay away from games like this, because it can get out of control and you can end up spending a lot of money that you didn't intend to spend because you're trying to get that one rare character, you're trying to get that one rare card to combine with the character. One of the cool things about this game, for example, is the fact that characters unlock an extra ability, an extra skill, when they are paired with their sort of ultimate card. So, for example, I have Kaio, who I got for free through playing, and I was able to also get his card, as again, for free. It's part of a growth event that the game has. And so if you go over to the card equipment, you can see here that I've got this card that has his face on it. And if you investigate the card specifically, and this is just one of the sort of mechanics in the game, this card gives you certain effects. It gives you cooldown time, or sorry, it gives you stats. It gives you HP, attack, and defense stats that you can equip to any character. So it will buff any individual character, but then if you give it to Kaio specifically, if you match the character with the card, it unlocks the special skill Ame no Murakumo when it's equipped to Kaio specifically. So rather than having comic cards that you equip on your account to influence all characters, each individual character has their own card set, which you can then equip on them. And if you give them sort of their unique card, and you can see here I don't have a special card for King, I actually don't have special cards for any characters other than Kaio, you can unlock not only extra stats, but you can unlock extra abilities. And it doesn't matter which version of the character you have. So you can see here I have a 6-star red Kaio, and I have a 6-star blue Kaio, I can go over to this red Kaio and I can equip this card on him, which is my spare version, and he will also get the same benefits, although I have to level this card up separately for it. It's getting a little bit too technical, but essentially the game is pretty rewarding for players who grind a lot, but it also has gacha mechanics, and it's got a lot to explore if you're the type of player that enjoys these kinds of things. There's an epic quest, you can earn specific characters, and you can sort of go through the story, and it's got a pretty rich story if you're familiar with the King of Fighters sort of lore, because it combines all of, or at least a lot of the different ages, because in the story mode, at least as far as I understand things, I could be wrong, but you can see here we've got King of Fighters 98, and it goes all the way back to 94, so it's combining a bunch of different years, a bunch of different sort of generations or eras of characters, starting from, you know, certain characters that look a certain way, and you got Polnareff over here, and then going over to something that looks a little bit more Western, a little bit more sports oriented, rather than being sort of like, you know, this like looks kind of like feudal Japan to me, and so on and so forth. So that's King of Fighters. That was a little bit of the gameplay. That was a little bit of what you can expect from the game. I want to give you sort of a balanced review of it because, you know, you don't know what to expect when you pick the game up, but you want to know what you're getting into if you're going to invest your time. So if you like the way the gameplay looked, maybe give the game a try. If some of the other things that I said attract you or are detractors from the game, then maybe you can consider it a little bit more. You can also go on Reddit to find some more information. There's already a community up for it because, like I said, 5 million downloads in a week. It means there's a huge community around this game already. And then additionally, I do have a channel on my Discord specifically for King of Fighters. I have as well a guild. We've already started our own guild here. I think we're full though, but we have a guild. Yeah, we're full. We're 25 of 25. We do have a guild already, the new meta, so you can have that sort of social aspect to the game involved. If you guys have any more questions about what you can expect from the game, or if there are any other sort of general details that you want to know, let me know, so that in the future, if I bring this content to you, if I bring other game review or sort of one-shot hot takes about games for you on this channel or my second channel, Cynicalex, I'll know which questions to answer in every single review. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the game. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.